All right, so immigration has been a very hot topic, political landmine for a while now, right? And we all seen the protests, we all seen the riots, we all seen a whole bunch of stuff, the ICE raids, you name it. And the people that's actually going all nuts and insane towards what a country needs to do in order to protect its border. However, like, we don't really have conversation that actually makes sense. That is somewhat, that is not anti-immigrants, but at the same time, that is also not borderline insane, self-destructive behavior that you just let everybody in. So the I came across this video on Arnold Schwarzenegger on The Views. On The View, it's like The View is a terrible show. However, they're trying their best to be more impartial because Trump derangement syndrome no longer brings in the money. So they try to let people, signal to people that they are actually can be balanced, they can be reasonable. And Arnold Schwarzenegger was talking about immigration, and he actually proposed something that I've mentioned before, but I think he actually said it very nicely in a way that I guess more people can gravitate towards it. So without further ado, let's hear what he had to say, and then we'll just chime in a little bit.
California's been in the headlines. Obviously, there have been these huge protests of President Trump's immigration policies. He threatened to potentially arrest Gavin Newsom if he didn't comply. If you were governor right now of California, how would you be handling the ongoing crisis that the state's facing?
Well,
okay, see, now that's a good question. Now that's an interview. It's not like, you just it doesn't appear to be propagandist and all that stuff. See, that's how you're supposed to treat all of your guests, regardless of their political background. Now, let's continue.
I think the most important thing is when you are in a leadership position like that, is that you are inclusive and that you work together with everybody. Mm-hmm. And so it means that you have to work together with local government, the state government, and the federal government. They have to work together rather than fighting each other. Mm-hmm. Fighting each other's agendas and all of that stuff. That doesn't do good to anybody. And so that's number one. Number two, the most important thing is to create immigration reform. Because all of this is happening because we don't have immigration reform. Mm-hmm. For decades now, this country has needed immigration reform, which means that we recognize the fact there's people in the south of America that want to come north to work, mm-hmm. and that we therefore should supply them with enough visas so they can come, because we need those workers. Yeah, so right. This is the bottom line, because then we would know who is here, we will be able to get rid of the criminal elements that are here and all of this stuff, so we wouldn't be in a mess that we're in right now. So this is my way of saying always, Democrats and Republicans have to come together and solve this issue if they really want to be public servants. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If they want to be party servants and be party hacks and be tied to their ideology, then it won't happen. Yeah. But if you want to make this country better, and if you want to improve this country and improve the situation of people's lives and bring the prices down and all of this, you will go and serve the people of America. This is what it is. If you're a public servant, that's what you're supposed to do. But that's what I would do if I'm governor.
Immigration reform, I think that's something that this country needed for a very long time now, because it's affecting people that try to do things the right way, the correct way, the legal way. Because like when you have the immigration process that takes like years just to freaking complete and stuff like that, and let alone with all these other things that's happening in the world, it's very devastating to those who try to do things the right way. I mean, hell, I was even affected with this whole immigration system, that brings in the fall of my relationship because of this whole thing. But so my whole perspective is, yes, do you need the low wage workers? Yes, you do. Right? You do need the low wage workers, but at the same time, you also have to be able to account for those who come into your country. If someone coming into my house, and if I'm not inviting that person, or I do not know that person is in my house, then that person is trespassing. That person is violating the sanctuary, the safety of my house. It's the same thing as a country. This is the home of the American people. They have a say who comes in and who doesn't come in their country. Hell, even Trump have acknowledged the fact that we do need these low-wage workers and stuff like that, especially in the farming industry as well as the hotel, the leisure.
I put out a statement today about farmers. Our farmers are being hurt badly by You know, they have very good workers. They've worked for them for 20 years. They're not citizens, but they've turned out to be, great. And we're going to have to do something about that. We can't take farmers and take all their people and send them back because they don't have maybe what they're supposed to have, maybe not. And you know what's going to happen and what is happening? They get rid of some of the people because, you go into a farm and you look and people they've been there for 20, 25 years and they've worked great and the owner of the farm loves them and everything else. And then you're supposed to throw them out. And you know what happens? They end up hiring the people, the criminals that have come in, the murderers from prisons and everything else. So we're going to have an order on that pretty soon, I think. We can't do that to our farmers. And leisure, too, hotels. We're going to have to use a lot of common sense on that.
When he tried to, let's say, customize or update the policies and prioritize more the criminal element of this illegal immigration system, and what did the media do?
Every one of those people working on farms, every one of them. He promised to deport all of them. And then he decided not to deport them today. Donald Trump promised to deport 15 million people. That would include everyone who is working in those fields, harvesting the food, making beds in hotels, everyone. And now that Donald Trump has finally decided to listen to the owners of those industries, he's not going to deport 15 million people. He's not going to deport 1 million people. It's over. The mass deportation lie that he never could have done anyway is over. And Donald Trump formally, publicly gave up today.
And they boasted about it like, oh, look at this sucker. He gave up. Oh, yes, he gave up. We won. It's like, bro, you're chastising someone with a huge ego. Instead of being like, oh, thank you, thank God, finally, this is what we've been talking about, Mr. President. All right, so how about we just have something more functional? And then, I agree with you. Let's keep it this way. But like, no, you want to chastise it. So then now, once he reversed course once again, so you could play the victim.
Now we know you can't take Donald Trump at his word. So we were suspicious, to say the least, when he signaled yesterday that he would alter his hardline immigration policies to prevent some deportations at American farms and hotels after hearing complaints from business leaders. And according to new reporting in the Washington Post, it is very clear that Trump has no intention of changing, quote, no such policy changes are underway, according to 3 people with knowledge. Do we have the sound of where he said it, honey? Because I thought it was just so insane. Let's play it.
I mean, should Trump had reversed course? No, I don't think he should have, because I think that was the right move. But is it ego? Yeah, it's ego. But you also have to understand, though, now these media personnel, the mainstream media now, they don't care about solution. They just want to be able to have something to latch on so they can continue to play, divide, and conquer. Because let's face it, had Trump actually created that policy, right, and he actually went through with it and all that stuff, which I still think he will, because if that's a smart policy to be able to reduce all these to make it easier for these farm workers and all that stuff to actually get a visa and all that stuff to continue to work in this country. But, however, is the fact that they don't want solution. They want to continue to divide and conquer, because that's how they maintain their relevancy. People that are united cannot look at them and be like, wow, they spent so long destroying this country. These people are our enemy. So that's why every time there's a solution that seems to make sense, so that would actually take them off course. And which they would either have no choice but to support it. They don't want to do that because it would give credit to the Trump administration, which they despise. So that's why they will continue to divide and conquer. But anyway, this is not about Trump. This is about Arnold, and I think he made a very good point. But let me know down below in the comment section, what do you guys think? Once again, I'm your host, The Haitian. So share, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.